As students head back to school, the largest district in the state, Tulsa Public Schools, will head back next week. Superintendent Dr. Ebony Johnson stopped by today to talk about improved test scores, the new year, and changes to what are being called adjunct teachers that are now part of the district. We're almost 1 year out since Johnson took over the district, and this is her first full year with her own game plan put in place. One more weekend left for Tulsa Public School students to enjoy summer break, and then Tuesday it is back to class, and joining us is Tulsa Public School Superintendent Dr. Ebony Johnson. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Rick.
I imagine you are busier than a mall at Christmas right now.
Whoa, yes, we are very busy just getting ready, getting our facilities all up to par and making sure that our classrooms are ready and our families are welcomed and all the things. And so yes, busy time because school starts soon, August 20th.
You took over in the middle of the, yes, school had gotten started, but in the middle of the school year last year. Is there a different feeling for your first year? Like, yes, I'm there on day one. I've got a game plan now. I'm not just coming in the middle of it.
Just hearing you talk about it makes me excited because yes, I came in on what's called our 918 day, which is a celebration for Tulsa. However, just super excited about having the full year. You know, I've had the summer to plan, to meet with teams. I have a new executive cabinet that I'm really excited about. We've been able to work very closely with our schools, and it's just a really, really good time to be a leader right now in Tulsa Public Schools because yes, I have the whole year this time, and so really excited about that.
We did hear some good results over the summer from those test scores. Can you tell us more about those? I imagine it was exciting to get good news.
Absolutely. As you know, there was an expectation placed on us by the Oklahoma State Department of Education around our accreditation, and just to meet those expectations around literacy, around the science of reading, ensuring that we to cover our internal controls with our finances. And so I'm super excited about the growth that we've seen. So the data speaks to the increase that we've seen. So the 5% points that we were supposed to actually see the increase, we've seen that, and so very excited to check that off for this year, but we definitely have work to do for the upcoming school year.
Do you think because of the progress you've made, maybe you could ask the board, we give you quarterly updates instead of having to go down the turnpike every month? Has that even been discussed?
Actually, it has. And so I'll say even this month, we have been in communication with the State Department, and we've shared that it's back to school time, and they've actually written us back and said, you know what, be there in the schools. We know Dr. Johnson should be right there with her teachers and with students and families. And so actually this upcoming month, I will not actually be there actually physically presenting to the State Department at their meeting, but we'll be sending a report.
What is anything big sticking out that we need to know about this year, that maybe something has changed or something like that?
So we have a few changes that I'm excited about. We have a lot of changes, but a few of them for the sake of this conversation. We're really excited about zeroing in on our students' learning in a way that we have established data-driven instruction, where we're going to use what's called common formative assessments, which in our day that would be like mini quizzes before you leave out the classroom to determine what you've mastered. And so very excited about that work because week to week we'll know how our students are mastering standards, making sure they're aligned to the objectives that are outlined by the state, and we'll get a chance to really know what we need to teach and reteach. In addition to that, we're excited about feeding our students this year. Our secondary students will also participate now in the free eating program that we've established in Tulsa Public Schools through working with the USDA. And so that's really exciting because we know for the last 5 years our elementary school students have been able to eat their breakfast and lunch for free, and now our middle and high school students as well. So that's pre-K through 12. Our families do not have to worry about paying a lunch bill, and so that's really exciting for us in Tulsa Public Schools. It's going to remove barriers for our students. It's going to ensure that they can actually go in and get the nutritional needs met.
Let's talk about, you all took a vote on adjunct teachers. Can you explain what that is? I can't just walk in off the street and say, I feel like being a teacher today.
Absolutely.
But some people have voiced similar concerns to that. What is an adjunct teacher that you're using?
Yeah, so thank you, Rick, for asking that, because there's been a lot of conversation around it. So in 2022, the State Department gave provision for people who are aspiring to be educators to come into the profession and provide supports for our schools in some of our most critical need areas, which is vacancies that we have in our schools for certain subject areas and certain disciplines. And so Tulsa Public Schools decided this year that we would take advantage of that opportunity because of the critical teacher shortage that we have that's national and local. And so we actually call it the Aspiring Educators Program because they're not actually teachers yet. They're actually aspiring to become educators, but it's going to allow an individual who have some credit hours towards a degree and who have actually had experience with working with youth to actually come in and step in and be a support to us in the classroom with students. Now, with that comes a mentor teacher as well. So they'll actually have a peer who will be supporting them, who is either in that subject area, who's a veteran teacher, who's experienced and identified by the principal to help that teacher out throughout the year. But we're excited because we want to ensure that we reduce the number of vacancies starting off our school year. We also, most importantly, want to make sure our students have the best learning experience possible.
Is there a difference between a student teacher and an adjunct teacher? Because they sound very similar. Like the student, I would imagine the student teacher wants to be a teacher. Well, it sounds like the adjunct teacher wants to be a teacher as well.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Well, the difference would be a student teacher actually has gone through the formal educational journey at a higher education institution. Okay. So they've actually gone through what I've gone through, which is they go through their coursework and then they do their pre-internship and their internship experiences, and then they get certified and then become a teacher. This is it's more of an alternative route. So as you know, we have the ability to bring educators in either emergency certification, alternative certified, and in this case, it'll be aspiring educators opportunity. And so with that, it just allows those individuals who, you know, if they have their degree in biology, or if they have their degree in engineering, or if they have a degree in something that's not those two things, but they actually have a desire to work with young people, they actually have college credits, and then they also have experience working at a youth center, or they've been at a daycare for many years, and they have various levels of working with young people experience. Well, then they qualify to apply for those positions. And we're just excited about what that could mean. I'll just say we have a new aspiring educator that'll be starting this year at Skelly Elementary. We presented about her at the board meeting, and she actually was present and presented as well. And the Skelly community is overjoyed about this because she's very close to finishing her degree, and she will then become certified teacher.
Now, just real quick, would she be offered a job at Skelly since she's working there already?
That will definitely be the goal.
Okay.
Yes, and so I'm thinking that it'll be a natural matriculation for that school leader to definitely interview her and then decide for her whether or not she should become an official certified teacher in that building.
Dr. Johnson, best of luck on the new year.
Oh,
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Thank you so much.